CIC here with us, CAK, we have a Cooperative Bank, we have Equity Bank, our friends, Yuta Gazaretu, the board, KESECO, delegates, KESECO, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is the hour that we have been waiting for. And before we go to that, I would wish we do a bit of the introduction so that our guests can know the leaders who have been bestowed with this responsibility of midweaving this newborn. So, get some board, please. Get some board, please. I mean, KESECO board, please. The newly elected KESECO board, come forward. On appears, I want to ask them to do say of introduction so that we can hear even though they talk, please.
Thank you, Chairman. I am Kiplangat Koech, board member. I represent Rift Valley. Thank you, Chairman.
Augustus Munove, Chair Univision, representing Eastern.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is John Zero. I am the chair in Sacco, also representing Coastal Northeastern.
My name is David Mugo, Honorary Secretary, all in Sacco. I represent Central and Nairobi regions.
Guma Eriod, my name, Chairman Menta Sacco. I do represent Central and Nairobi regions in the board.
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Leith Lemberia, Chairman Solution Sacco, representing Eastern.
Good afternoon, Joel Gashari, Chairman Mwalimu National Sacco. I represent Central Nairobi region.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. David Rolo is my name, the National Treasurer at KETSA, and the Chairman Noble Sacco, representing Rift Valley.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peter Ngugi, the Chairman Tower Sacco. I represent Central, and I'm also the National Secretary. Thank you.
All protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Bwana Kennedy Care, Chairman Investor and Growth Sacco, and the National Vice Chairman, KESECO. I represent Western and the Nyanza region. Karibu.
God is good all the time. My name is Joyce Washington Degwa. I'm the CEO of Meta Sacco. I represent the technical team in the board, that is the CEOs of all the SACCOs. Karibuni sana.
Good afternoon, leaders. I am Ivy Kageni. I'm an ex-official in the board. Thank you.
Lastly, I'm Robert Joe Kidanju, the Chairman, KESECO. As you take seat, we have taken a bit of time sharing with the leadership in the ministry, and a lot has been shared. We'll take earliest opportunity to share the mind of the ministry. So this one will do it in the earliest opportunity. Karibu nimesema nitasema nikiwa hapa na wakiwa hapa because we can confirm. Delegates, we have taken quite some time looking through what will become of KESECO. Because the ministry is very, very concerned that this vehicle has to perform and has to stay clear from financial management misbehavior. We have to behave well, and we have to behave within the confines of law, and this one would do. So, having done that, because of interest of time, MC, if so allowed, I would invite a few of us to greet us in one-to-one before we get to that. We had invited some guests whom we felt that they needed to be in our midst as we continue in this exercise, because we require your blessings, and there is something that we are harvesting from you. I don't know the Equity Bank relations. We are a little beaten by time, so introduce yourself, greet us in just 1 or 2 words.
Thank you very much, Chairman. All protocols observed. Good afternoon. My name is Ranson Iredi from Equity Bank, and I come here with greetings from our Group CEO, Dr. James Mwangi. He knows that I'm here since Monday, when we had the KETSA workshop, and even as we transit now to KESECO. Mine is just to bring the greetings of goodwill from Equity Bank and assure you that we shall work together in partnership with KESECO. In partnership with KESECO to ensure that we achieve your objectives. And Chairman, as I sit down, my prayer is that next year, when we shall have our first AGM after 1 year, that is the second AGM, I'm sure we shall be reporting a serious progress in terms of growth of KESECO, because I know the SACCOs that are affiliated to KESECO are serious SACCOs. I'm also looking forward to us having a second bank for KESECO, and I look forward to that second bank being Equity. That is why I'm here, to position myself strategically from the beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Chris, just greet us 1-1. You are our friend.
Thank you very much. But PS, all protocols being observed. God is good, and all the time. Mine is to say a hearty congratulations to the incorporation of KESECO. I believe this is a new opportunity that will move this movement and create its own mark as we go. I'm here in different capacities. I am a very good friend to KETSA and a great supporter. I am also the CEO of a company called Tangazoletu, and I am also the chairperson of the Association of all the technology providers that provide systems to SACCOs. So we are here to say that we will support you, and we want to walk this journey with you to make KESECO great again. Thank you.
Thank you. Motuarofu, Iredi has given you your rightful position. Come forward. Mr. Iredi has given you your rightful position, so take the stage in brief.
Thank you, Chair. All protocols are observed. Our PS and Commissioner, good afternoon. Hamjambo washirika na hamjambo viongozi. You know the risk we learn here, Bwana PS, is we are carrying the epitome of wisdom of all the teachers SACCO in this country. Sasa haya ndio walimu. In case hivi Mombasa ikazama saa hii sijui tutaenda wapi. But anyway, mine is just to say congratulations as we launch KESECO. Me, I usually say I'm a son of a teacher. PS hapo tunakuaga pamoja. We are sons of a teacher, and I see great might. You guys being trailblazers for this sector. When we are talking of having a secondary cooperative for teacher-based SACCO, that segment, you are the first of its kind. Congratulations for that wisdom. Thank you so much for the leadership, Chairman, and your team for this milestone. As CoBank, I'm here on behalf of Director Marango. Apologies that he was not able to make, but aliniambia ni represent. But we are committed as CoBank to work with you on this journey as we go to the next stage or milestone that we want to achieve. Milestone of unity. I've seen your motto that unity is strong, and it's anchored in a good Bible which say that where there is unity, God commands what? Blessings. As I see it, I'm a cooperator DNA, niruhusu chairman niseme hivi. I learned something the other day, that things do not go wrong. Things start wrong. Now, this is a new beginning. We should now ensure we start right. And I love the wisdom when you guys were exchanging whether we have delegates, the right leadership. I love that wisdom. Let's disrupt our way of doing things so that we get somewhere. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We cannot go far with all that if we are not insured. Risk management. CIC, my brother Meshek, here with us. Welcome.
PS, Commissioner, all protocols of SACCO. Hamjambo? Hamjambo? Waswahili wasema ukiona vielea, jua vimeundwa. Hapa mmeundwa chairman. Na as CIC, we are really proud to be associated with you. And greetings from our group CEO, is very much aware we are here. And we are willing to continue supporting you. I also want to take this opportunity to appreciate your massive support as CIC. I can say 99% of you patronize our solutions. We don't take it for granted. And what we'll do is we'll continue to keep our word. Mukiendelea, cha muhimu ni umoja, ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Kwa hivyo, kazi nzuri sana, chairman na watu wako. So we wish you well. Sina mengi yangu ni kuwatakia kila laheri. We are willing to support you anytime you need any of our support from CIC group. We will swing into action. God bless you. Na natakia kila laheri. Asante.
Thank you very much. Hapa ndipo protocols inaleta taabu ikifika hapo. But you allow me to ask our CEO, CAK, to bless the sitting, so that from there now I will get back the ministry moving upwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. That is the right protocol. We finish with the movement, then we can allow the government to take their space. Good afternoon. I'm Jambo. Nikusalimie mwenzako haraka haraka tuweze kumaliza mkutano. Mko sawa, ndio? As usual, I'm a friend of KETSA, and now I think there is another baby. And you know we started this journey in Naivasha, isn't it? During the policy making meeting some time back. This is the third year now. And PS, I want to say that your coming here has changed a lot, and it's very important that we recognize your presence, and thank you for your ever present wherever we are calling upon you. And you didn't take long to learn about cooperatives, and you really understood our business model very well. In spite of the challenges that you found in, you came in a time when we had challenges. From Metropolitan to KESECO, there was a lot of issues, but you have sat in between, and you are really handling the issues very well. Number one is that we need to be very diligent and very careful, and sometimes as we walk, don't walk so fast, sometimes you stop to reflect, isn't it? Ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? And what is the end game of everything that you are doing? Clarity of vision and objectives is very important. From the very beginning, you need, if you are going for a walk or a morning jog, you must first of all know which route you are using, what kind of shoe you are wearing, and on and on. So we are launching the new secondary,
when we are still thinking about what's going on at KUSCO. You know, so it gives you a great opportunity to reflect and then make sure that the ground is good. Number 2, Chairman, as you move on this delicate journey, don't bypass CK. Move with CK with you. I'm seeing you have jumped 2 steps and you are going to come back twice. Don't leave your friend who is faithful and willing to do what? To work with you. Because today we want to listen to our chief guest, I only want to remind you that on 18th to 21st, the CS is having its annual conference in Russia. And I'm expecting that all of you and many others who are not here, we will be present from that Monday of 18th, because on 19th, we will be making decisions which will be affecting all of us. And we need to be there. Our CS cannot be in a function addressing the chairs. And then the decisions will be made. When the circulars come, you come to CAK to want to fight to change the content. Decisions are made during that meeting. It only happens once in a year. It's a policy-making conference in Russia from 18th. In that meeting, we will ask several questions and come with recommendations that we will give to the CS, some of which will go to become cabinet papers, and some will go to for the implementation of the bill once it has been made into an act of parliament. So I want to encourage you that in spite of all your commitments, that we in Russia to make decisions which will be affecting our operations going forward. Even the second that we are going to launch today, remember there's a lot that is going to change as soon as our PS gives us the new bill. All right? There will be a lot of realignment on what functions and the roles each level of within our structure, what you can do and what you cannot do. And we are going to strengthen the governance because we feel that is one of the weakest areas that we have been having. Remember, we are cooperatives. Whatever we do, at the center of it all, we need to focus on our members, empowering our members' socio-economic well-being. Anything else is on the way. Is on the way. Remember, we are not financial institutions, but we are the what? We are the cooperatives. We are not, as much as we are aggregating the members' funds, we are not financial institutions. We are what? We are the cooperatives. Cooperatives is what differentiates us from the banks. Once again, Chairman, thank you very much indeed for inviting me. And you knew, of course, I cannot fail to come because from the very beginning, I've always worked with you on this journey. But be careful, and we will be able to support you to walk on the right path. We are coming to the end of the year. Once again, thank you for the support for CK. We have been coming to you to support us financially on lobby and advocacy, which is a very difficult exercise. We are hoping that soon we will be able to manage to have our bill, maybe by April next year, I don't know. And then as soon as the bill comes out, we will have 1 week together to look at it and define what is it that we want to do. What kind of SACCOs do we want to have for our tomorrow. How would the cooperatives look like? What kind of SACCOs are we going to have for our millennium? The children that we are graduating every year, about 1.3 million children are doing standard 8. In the next 4 years, they will be 18 years old and many more. What kind of services would they require? If we move our SACCOs the way we are at the moment, can we meet the future needs and the requirements of our future members? I think that will be our central thinking and planning for the future. So let me stop there because we have our chief guest. And remind you once again, as leaders, we must keep our appetite and focus to our members. What do our members require? You saw what happened. The public was questioning the government, isn't it? Remember, our members in our primary cooperatives are becoming more enlightened. They will be questioning us more and more during our AGMs. Once again, PS, I thank you very much for coming to grace this occasion. And to you all, I want to thank all of you for the support that you have continued to give CAK. CAK is your baby. As next year comes, we will be unveiling the new structures on how the cooperative sector can be prepared for sustainability. We hope to see you on 18th at Sawera, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CEO. You know, the good thing with the CEO, you always make very short speeches. The only problem is to put a full stop. His speeches are normally very short, but where to put a full stop, that's the only problem. You are talking about grooming, where I'm thinking how to groom. And when I looked at you, you must have come here at night and checked this armor so that your shirt is in sync. Yes, thank you so much. Now from there, I am very little work now. From there, I'm just going to retire. Nyoro, you are the host of the serikali hapa. So ukifika hapa sasa, wewe ndio unajua serikali inapangika namna gani. Karibu sana. Thank you so much, our very good friend. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Chairman, our PS, our Commissioner, CEO SASRA, CEO CAK, Madam Dorothy, my mentor, all other guests who are here, Edward, CIC, tangazo letu, hamjambo tena. Mine is very simple, is to welcome our PS, our Commissioner to Mombasa. We have conversed with Madam Aremo, but because we have been here, we were even lucky to participate in the morning session. We do not need now to occupy a lot of space. But we are very, very happy that you have found time to come and round this KESECO. PS, if there is something I would want to be proud of as I retire, I have some years, more than 10, is where KESECO will have gone. I'll write it in my book because I see a lot of potential in what it can become. I am convinced with the kind of questioning that you brought out, it is possible for us to create an institution that will define the cooperative movement going forward. And because we have our guest, I will invite the CEO, SASRA, who will make his remarks. In turn, invite the Commissioner, who will now bring to us the Chief Guest. Let's put our hearts together for the CEO SASRA.
Thank you, Senor, our Director and the host, our PS, my board member commissioner, the board of KESECO, all delegates,
and Director Nairobi County and all invited guests. Good afternoon. Now, when my boss is there, I may have very little to say, but because this is a new development in the industry that falls right at the center of Sacco development, allow me to say a couple of things. One, that secondary SACCOs, I see cooperatives, but it's a SACCO, really is the way SACCOs and cooperatives are supposed to do the work, aggregate at the second level to offer critical business services to yourselves. And therefore, as you look at that, the key, this is about innovation. And at the center of innovation, we always say, I've learned from our peers that as a person who was in marketing for many years, that you go to ask, what is the product of the service you're offering? How will you deliver it? What technology you want to offer? And policy or legal comes last. So, as you gather here, KESECO is celebrated, we believe is a vehicle through which you offer some value. So the ultimate question, your growth is about what service, what product will you offer, and you'll be looking. But that's really where the crux of the matter, because you offer value, then members really will partake of it, and deliver, whether it's technology or whichever, naturally comes. And then policy, legal, we'll deal with it. If it were not for that, M-Pesa will not be here. Countries that focus on the law, where the law supposed to run, are still debating. But since there was value, we have it. The law just came in 2015. But above all that, it's about capacity of the provider of that product, user, they have to appreciate, and of course ourselves as a regulator, our capacity. And I'm happy PS to confirm that we've been talking about these kind of structures for the last dozen years. I used to remember KESECO, we spoke about these kind of structures. I'm happy it is coming, because as a regulator we have thought about it. So let's be assured, PS, that as you push the law about regulation of secondary SACCOs, which I know you confirmed that you have cleared, and is progressing, we want to tighten, but does not mean this entity will not move, so long as there is clear value proposition and delivery channels. The policy framework, Sacco Service Act, as it stands today, indeed can facilitate that. And coming at this time and age, it also reminds me that there has been so many attempts to aggregate and offer value. But the fact that you have over nearly 30 SACCOs already with you, it shows there is something you are telling them. And that's where the value is. And therefore, count on our support as a regulator, that we will work with you. We listen. Kenya is known for what we call, don't put the law first, listen, let's test and try this new way. And that way, you inform. Is what now techs like Tangazo Letu are calling the technology sandbox, where you test new products, new ideas, and we work with you to actually to see which law, which policy framework fits that. I think there's a kind of journey we want to work together, and the law allows that kind of space. So don't hesitate, don't think about the law first. Does the law support this or prohibit this? No. Think about the value. Think about delivery. How will you deliver that to the intended customer? The law, policy, we shall sort. My bosses are here, PS is here, and commissioners are here sitting on our board. That will come as long as there is a strong value proposition and there is a clear delivery channel. Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to invite Commissioner to address this gathering, as well as invite the PS.
Thank you, Banasio, Peter Chuguna. Our chief guest today, PS Patrick Kremi, who is here on his own capacity and also on behalf of our Cabinet Secretary, Wycliffe Ambeso Paraja, who was to be with us, but I didn't hear his message. Our two directors, So even if I don't recognize you, obviously you are the owner of this. We are here out of your courtesy. Our CEO, Daniel Marube, CAK, all the other institutions present, we have a CIC, Cooperative Bank, I saw KUSCO, I mean not KUSCO, but Equity, and the service provider. The readers present, CEOs, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Hamchambo. Asante sana. Bwana PS, I'm very happy to be in this forum once again. I know it has been a journey. Last year, we were somewhere where it was very hot. And the chairman brought up very hot issues. We had a very big engagement. I was not very friendly. I know you know I was not very friendly to you. But at times, Silas Magasi Fanyike, for you to get a good baby, those who are mothers here, they know, and even fathers. Squeeze even fathers, we go to, there's no gain without pain. So I'm very happy to witness the launch of KESECO. Because when I see all these readers who are here and from the teachers' SACCOs, you know, always teachers think big. They wanted a federation. They were telling me we don't want anything below a federation. And we had to fight. But unfortunately, I was alone. But we had a consensus somewhere. But let us start from somewhere. Maybe in the future, federation may come. But it's good to start with at least a step. And this step, as to me, is very important. I want to pick what my friend Edward, whose second name I will nimejaribu kujifundisha nimekataa. He's saying that things don't go wrong, but they do what? They start wrong. You know, I want to remind all of us that the history of secondary and the unions in Kenya, especially in SACCOs, in fact in the entire cooperative, has not been all that good. And you know it. Our agriculture cooperatives were strong because of the district cooperative unions we had. Those ones who come from Muranga, they know. Muranga, one time, is a rate. It used to rain the government money in 70s. That time, people used to prefer working in a union than even working in a government. But right now, our unions are struggling. We have had our Sacco unions. We had Kerusu. You know where Kerusu is. And right now, we are struggling with the KUSCO. But I'm happy with your support, with the leadership that we have in place. I can see right at the end of the tunnel. So you are on a very rough road. Ile barabara mumeamua ni vizuri mjue iko na masimo, iko na maponde, hakuna rami. And you know, I want to forewarn you so that, because if you are not well prepared, you might take it easy and then you may not achieve your intended goal. I wish all of us, one time we take time to look at our policy. I know myself last week, I tried to go through our cooperative policy session on paper number 4. It's a very beautiful document. Actually, what we are doing here is clearly spelled out. We are looking at a situation where we want to take our cooperatives into self-regulation. Self-regulation cannot take place if we don't have a very clear 4-tier system, where we have unions, where we have federations, and where we have CK. That's the only way we can have self-regulation. And I want to assure you, it's not going to be easy that the government will continue offering the kind of services we are witnessing now. Do we have company officers? To go now. Do we have officers who assist people to form companies? Or who oversight companies? What about sole proprietors? You know, cooperative is a business model like company, sole proprietor, and the others. And I'm foreseeing those ones who have been in this space for long. When I joined the ministry, how vibrant the ministry was, especially at by then districts. Some districts used to have more than 20 cooperative officers and a very strong team of auditors. Right now, save for Nairobi, the majority do not have such a number of officers who are going to support these cooperatives. And what we are now launching here today, I believe one of your key mandates will be how to instill self-regulation amongst your affiliates. We are starting small, but at the end of the day, that should be the bigger point. That should be the overall goal, the ultimate destination, whereby you are able to support your SACCOs in all your common areas in order to strengthen your SACCOs. Let me mention also an issue about governance. Friends, there is no big corporation can withstand bad governance. It doesn't matter how big you are. If your governance is not good, you will come down. Let us strive to have good governance, good corporate code of conduct, so that we are able to serve our members. And whatever we do, let us ensure that our activities, our plans, our focus, they are member-centric. Ukiwa kiongozi, tuachane mambo ya services. We serve the members. And after you have served the members, I believe God will bless us in His own way. As I conclude, lay a strong foundation as you start. Be very clear on your objective. Be very clear on your strategies and the kind of activities. And I would wish you start with the low-lying fruits, some activities that you know you can easily achieve with minimum input. Then thereafter, you can expand your activities to more complex areas. But one thing I want to request you, Chair, hii mambo ya dividends, nataka kuambia ile kitu itaua SACCOs in Kenya ni dividend. Hiyo mnyama tu. Whether you call it a dividend, you call it rebates, you call it interest on deposit, hiyo ndio itaua sisi. If we can manage to have reasonable rebates, reasonable interest on savings and dividends, I can tell you, I can assure you, the future is very bright. Chairman, we work on with your affiliates. Let us make sure that, Madam CEO, tusidanganye, let us give the clear. And as our PS has always asked me, who is cheating who? When you go to Equity, to Cooperative Bank, you borrow money, then the following day you are paying dividend. Nani anatanganya mwingine? With those few remarks, it's now my pleasure. I want to request you to be upstanding as we invite our able Principal Secretary Patrick Kiremi to come and address us. Welcome.
Thank you. You may take our seats. Chairman, thank you for inviting us. I bring apologies from our Cabinet Secretary, who had committed to come for this meeting. But the calendar is so tight. To be honest, he told me, so I bring his greetings and I bring his best wishes to KETSA and to KESECO. Okay. As Edward said, I'm always home when I come to this fraternity of teachers. And I know I've told you my story many, many times. And I appreciate, sometimes it's unimaginable when I put into context the contribution of teachers in this country, not just in the noble profession, but in terms of economic empowerment of our people. Unifying. In fact, as I said during Sacco conference, I put three of us, and all of them are teachers. They are the people who define the skyline of our villages, of our towns. They are the people who, even in the villages, I don't know where you guys come from, but the best houses in the village are all by who? Teachers. And the chairman, no chairman is my friend. I call him once in a while on a Sunday afternoon to ask for advice. Tunaongea na advice. This has been tunakutana kwa board. Kama leo tulikuwa we met for 40 minutes. Na kama tena maswali kumuhumu. Chairman Paul, you know that is not me, that is the PS. But we ask these questions because it is important to get it right. You know, the movement is very political. Kuna watu wengi wanasema wameenda Mombasa kula pesa, sio? And people tend to believe, I don't know for some reason, lies seem to drive, but the drive is absence of information. So we really need to get this right. And I asked the chairman, I asked the CEO, we need to define the vision, the business case for KESECO. And when I was asking, I had something in mind, and I know where the space is, but you must own it and you must drive it. We launched the SACCO report the other day, but we are end. Then the following week, Central Bank launched the report. So, I think that report was good. I really talked about it. You hear SACCOs, if you do the summation of the cash reserves SACCOs have in banks, you have numbers of almost 30 billion. That's a lot of money. The cash reserves. And that is what I was saying, Chairman was saying, the CEO. That is the kick you are looking at. Because in the financial ecosystem, there will be something for equity, there will be something for cooperative bank, and there's something for CIC. As we move towards the end of the year, I didn't want to acknowledge the support they have given us. You know now, this is November, we are 2 years in office. We are 2 years since we got our ministry. We are 2 years since I became a PS of Cooperative. I could not have been, never achieved as much as I have, or I get some support from many of you. So as we celebrate this second anniversary, I set my words of gratitude. We are because you are. Of course, some of you have crossed, but as Commissioner saying, it's work. Some are falling on the way. When we came, there were people who were speaking at the moment in the shake. And when we said the road to good governance is narrow, they do not fit in the path. They are fallen off. Simnaona. My appeal to you is that you as we go to stand here, don't fall off that path. Walk with us in this road which leads to heaven. I'm taking not a big good. I'm really very grateful. And my appeal to the chairman before I end my speech is that the vision you have with the directors who stood here, the vision must be transferable. The vision cannot be limited to the terms. Let, as the director said, let 20 years from today, as we celebrate 20 years of the KESECO, you invite me and say, we will say, and when we started, as we celebrate the book, which will be worth billions and billions of shillings, and more so the impact KESECO will now have on member organizations. That is how success should look like. We should look beyond our time. The vision must be transferable, the vision must be resilient, the vision must be our case. Last month we was celebrating 50 years of Mwalimu. Let us think, how would, when 50 years come, how would KESECO look like? When I think about that space, I see a huge opportunity. Very huge opportunity. Because KESECO can do so well, and it can easily do what you member organization are doing. It will make your work easier. It will make your work more efficient. Just think about collaboration you can have. Even about things we talk about, even the shared services we talk about, even systems, collaboration in systems. You know, the second biggest expenditure we have in the movement. It's a big opportunity, but you must drive it. I challenge the CEO, I challenge the leadership. You must drive legislation in such a way that it's value to members, does not give room for rumormongers. But then there's nothing wrong with eating money. Just think about it. You know, my first lesson in economics was told money is what money does. Imagine if you don't do nothing with money, but it's as useless as any paper still. Money is what it does. The problem is, you must earn the money in the right way, and you spend it in the right. Because of eating money can cause problems. The FCPA, Wycliffe, Ambassador of Parana, AGH, Governor Emeritus from Kakamega is Mtuakea. I'm greatly honored to join you today during the first general meeting. This first general meeting. I want to thank the interim board for the invitation and for arranging this very important event. I also appreciate the delegates who are present. It's a testament, of course, of their support and commitment to this cause. KESECO Cooperative is already well with the envisaged structure of the cooperative movement as per the new cooperative policy. In the past, the movement comprised of primary cooperatives, secondary and apex body. This has not worked well, as they have not met the best international practices, and there is a strong need for us to federate as a third tier. The policy advocates for administration of sector-specific federations to undertake much needed advocacy, capacity building, market research, and self-regulation. This will strengthen the linkages while ending the overlaps and necessary competitions among cooperatives. The cooperative movement and MSMEs are natural allies in the journey of economic transformation in Kenya, because many MSMEs are owned and run by cooperatives members, and they rely heavily on financial support and services offered by cooperatives. By providing convenient and affordable credit, as well as savings and investment opportunities, cooperatives empower MSMEs to grow and contribute to job creation and national development. This symbiotic relationship between MSMEs and cooperatives is key in realizing the government's bottom-up transformation agenda. Remember I told you about the SACCO report we released? If you look at our loan book, first I want to tell you congratulations. In terms of financial intermediations, we beat the banks hands down. We are at 95%. Our loan book, our deposits are almost shilling to shilling. You know what that means? We don't keep money in the bank. We get the money, we give it to the members to do things. But what do the members do? If you look at it, the number one issue which members borrow money for is houses. You must get to the same affordable thing. So, in our very big way, we are contributing to the national agenda of housing. People buy plots, people are building houses. But number two, the need for loans is MSME, Masai ASOS. People buy plots, to buy tractors, to buy matatus, to start business. Number three, people got it. Number one, it is school fees, education loans. You know what I mean? Mtoto mwalimu anajua maneno kwa sababu hiyo ndio number one, tulikuwa tunachukua fees, ndio dia lipa fees. So in a small way, we are contributing huge in housing and in MSME. And that's the sector you guys need to look at. Now that you have opened your boat, let all the businessmen are held under it. We're all what we have done on Noble Sacco. Let all the business people around the Kilifi, waingie wapi? Imarika. Sindio? So that we support MSME. Worth noting is that the government better plan is around MSME, yes, as a key pillar. With cooperatives as a key enabler, we sit down to enable the growth of MSME for their sustainability. With 98% of businesses in Kenya being MSME and providing 80% of employment opportunities in the country, we have many challenges. Key among them is affordable financing, and you know our rate again. You know that being of 12%. Don't take it lightly. Those who have borrowed money from banks will tell you, I being one of them, interest rate today is 21, 22. That's huge. A 10% difference. But consistently, everybody knows when you take $1 million from a Sacco, the interest rate is 1% per month, 12%. The president was asking us, can you make it single digit? I didn't tell him the truth, but I told him these guys need to finance their dividends. A lot of commissioners said about dividends. The challenge I was challenging the Cooperative University yesterday, that we need to be backed with some research. What do people want? Do people want accessible loans? Do people join SACCOs to get dividends? I think I have an answer. Check. How much dividends does Unitas pay? Peter. It's not a lot of money. In fact, Unitas pays, I think, the least dividends. And when you go to the AGM, if you look at their book, how big their book is. So you need to ask yourself. So what Commissioner was saying is backed by data, but again, I was telling the cooperativeness, we need to do more. We need this empirical data analysis such that we can say truly the value proposition in people is not dividends, it is good services. The person who had his money in the Metropolitan now, is he thinking about dividends? If only he can get his money back. That is what people want. They want their money safe. They want to get a loan when they want it. They want to go in and come out with money in their account. That's what people want. In Kenya, the movement has marshaled savings of over 1.2 trillion, with an asset base of 1.7 trillion, and a loan portfolio of around 1 trillion. That was talking about financial intermediation. The continued prominence of SACCOs as intermediaries between savings and investment reinforces the importance of cultivating a culture of savings for economic development among their members. My friends, at the core of every cooperative lies the principle of service to its members, not profit making. Cooperatives are founded on the values of mutual assistance and solidarity. While it is important to remain financially viable, the focus must always be on serving the needs of the members. Let us continue to ensure that our primary goal is uplifting the lives of our members by offering them the financial support they need to achieve their dreams. While access to credit is essential for every growth, we must emphasize the importance of prudent borrowing. Cooperative members must be mindful in their ability to pay loans and ensure that they are borrowing for productive purposes. Irresponsible borrowing can lead to financial strain. Let us encourage financial discipline and provide our members with tools and knowledge they need to make sound financial decisions. We always encourage people not to borrow recklessly. We focus on self-sustainability as enshrined in the cooperative movement. I think this is key. I received a call from Post Bank. They told me they want to speak to Mr. Kileni. I told them I'm Kileni. So they told me, you are due for, your loan is due for top up. So I asked them what to do. So they were calling my dad. My dad is 63. He has dementia. His only income is pension yake. And they went to the shop and convinced him to take a loan of 50,000. So they have been deducting. So I was asking them, who do you want to borrow loan? When he came, but I even have his ID. But they still managed to give him a loan. Is that responsibility? No. And you know, mostly our members are old people. But there are those, of course, you know, he is coming for a loan, not to help himself, but to kwenda nini? Kwenda kusherehekea. Na unajua sherehe iko na gharama, sio? It is absolutely difficult for you to pay a loan after you do not invest it in a good way. As we celebrate this remarkable milestone, it is crucial to uphold what I like to call good dividend manners. I think we are spoken about dividends today. It is because the season is coming. Members should only focus on the short-term benefits of a dividend, but also the long-term sustainability of their SACCOs. Cooperatives should invest wisely, ensuring that they remain financially healthy and capable of meeting the future needs of their members. Sustainable dividend practices are a mark of good governance and a responsible financial management. In this respect, the Ministry, through the Office of the Commissioner of Cooperatives, Mr. Borden, is working on dividend policy that is going to address, among other things, the issue of borrowing to pay dividends, declaring dividends from losses, and paying financially unjustifiable and sustainable dividends, all in an attempt to appease and to attract more members. The Commissioner now is asking you, what are you going to do with this favored dividend? the business case. We are trying to do your work, the bankers. You are asking them the questions. But also now what I was saying, Commissioner, if at today, myself, I know what our honest here, we want the borrowing powers resolutions, which will be taken to the AGMs to be specific. Give us borrowing powers to borrow 500 to do this and this and this and this. If you have nothing to do, you do not present any borrowing powers as a resolution to the AGM. What do you want to have a blanket borrowing power? You have no project, nothing in business for the year, but you want to walk around with your capacity to borrow anywhere, anyhow. So it makes sense. Ama mnataka ikae tu open. Alafu ndio ikiandika unakuja na somebody who came to the office with the wheelbarrow of evidence of all man has been stolen. Sasa nikamwangalia honestly, sawa. Money has been eaten, just being. If these papers are for the such money has been eaten, but why do we start? We are tired of being politicians. Sisi watu wa mochari kuchinja Metropolitan. If you look at my Facebook today, somebody said, give us our money to Metropolitan. I think you have a responsibility to ensure this. Okay. So when you're presenting borrowing powers, we plan to borrow money to do this. It will be better to say we are planning to borrow money at the end of the year to pay you dividends. Then we see how members will react. We must stretch good financial management. Na ukisema unataka kufanya investment, unaiona Peter atakuuliza mambo ya ratios. Ndio. Kuna watu wanapita wanasema tu kuna cash reserves. I don't mention this, somebody ask. The good thing with the office is that I can also confirm, and I will not be told we have looked at somebody's account. But the good news is that I actually confirmed he had 1.something billion in the bank, and to be honest, I was very excited because I thought deposit. So when you are starting a project, you want to do something, you also look at those things. Our motivation can just not be the procurement process. And thank you. Where is the director of ICT? Said you were chairman of. We are having a discussion about ICT in the cooperative movement, mostly in SACCOs. The number I have is we're spending around 6 billion every 5 years up. I don't know what the number you have, 6 billion, can I just say? In fact, we are going to have a meeting. We will ask you to nominate your directors of ICT. We have a discussion. You know, it is easy to say system. You know, the number of the system it has hardware, it has software, and it has the humanware. Did I go right? So we are going to have a discussion about the ICT space around the cooperative movement. Because other than offices, the second biggest expenditure we have is in ICT. So I've been asking these questions. I ask, so let's get more motivated. See nothing go. Kuna wengine nasikia ukitaka kuchange jina yangu kama you go and get married, you become Mr. and Mrs. account, it has to be changed in at end of this somewhere. So we ask ourselves, what is practical? We ask ourselves this question, then we ask ourselves, what is good for the moment? What is good for KESECO 20 years from today when this will say something? We must harness the power of technology in such a way that we must live and dream. I know Peter speaks a lot about the shared services. I can tell you today, we have prepared the cabinet memos, 2 cabinet memos, which are always as well decided. They are now at a review at our Attorney General. We are going to actualize the deposit guarantee fund. It will happen when this government is serving. And also we are going to actualize the shared equity services. But the cabinet memo also already gives us power to do amendment of the act so that we can switch it a bit to accommodate those dreams. But also, when you say, talk about those things, it must be driven by you people, the users, the leaders, to kind of understand which is an optimal system to have. You know, what is it that you can do? And these are the links which sometimes make people feel uncomfortable. But unfortunately, we have the responsibility of leading them. So otherwise I can sit here, nakuja Nongo, naendelea kununulia nyama, nakuja, you know, can be around, I can be very busy actually. But is that adding value? We must have the difficulty discussion. So we are going to have an ICT conference for SACCOs. As a time, maybe in the second or third week of December or in January, we will discuss system. What is this system? You come and sit down and you tell us, all of us, what are the benefits of this? What is the benefit of the number of profit? Let me ask, what we look for the ICT. You know, the other day we did sleep, we were counting votes in America. Did you see us counting votes in America? People were very sad. But it's a big deal. But what I like about that is the ability to move on. Yesterday, President Biden called draft invited to settle to come and hand over. It's handover of the greatest economy in the world. Just think about it. Handover of the strongest military ever to have lived. Na nyinyi mnaniambia handover wa Sacco ni shida kubwa sana. We must be able to live beyond ourselves. Because we will go. Hata ukifanya aje we will go. Natural attrition. Something. But how can you, a leader is somebody who accepts first. Me, I always say the best gift of leadership is to accept to be led. If you can honestly accept to be led and support the leader, you are good leader. And secondly, the vision must be beyond. You must always live with that sense of awareness of your mortality. Because that's how we are. But the vision must be, God has given us the ability to live beyond that, beyond ourselves. And that is now what's called leadership. And we pray for the president. You know, sometimes it is easy to criticize. You know, it is easy. Let me tell you the truth. The president tries. But it's tough. Because for every 6 shillings, or every 10 shillings we collect, Kipto has to pay 6 to debt. I mean, economics, we went to school, we're told. The commitment to a government debt is futuristic. Commitment. It will pay its debts. The other 4 shillings, we must pay salaries, we must pay our military, we must pay our police. We are left with very little to do what is called development, what people see. And for some reason, for our people, development is black down the road. Development is physical to our people. It is tough. Pray for the president. Sitasema pray for him, look at him, nitasema na kuwa try lakini pray. Pray for the presidency. Pray that God gives them wisdom to lead this country. No. It is one thing to have a country. But you tell me one country which has solved its things through war. One country. When we hear people say public interest and national interest, country interest, we have 2 cabinet members going out. We are also retrieving an amendment which has been lying in the Senate, the one of eligibility, fit a proper test. We are going to retrieve it. Peter, I want to take a personal commitment to follow that just like I did, ensure that I get on top of it. So we are looking at DGF, Deposit Protection Fund, Central Liquidity Fund. You guys have taken the lead. This is what we are doing. You are a Sacco of teachers, SACCOs. I want to say congratulations to you. So as we celebrate this significant milestone, we want to really affirm our commitment to you as leaders and to the movement. Because we know the movement has the potential to transform, to drive economic development in this country, to empower individuals, and create sustainable communities as per our all-inclusive spirit of bottom-up transformation agenda. Together, we can build a brighter future. We can build a brighter future for all Kenyans. Thank you, and God bless you.